are fat. Free!
What's up, everyone? We are here on the long run of the week. You guys probably noticed not making too many videos this year because this running thing, big time commitment. Probably doing like 5.5 hours a week, something like that. So videos got cut. We are currently I don't know if you can see that, but 4.6k in, going 15.5 today. Just want to show you guys some of my route, which is pretty cool. And I want to make a video this week because I was on the phone with CDE last week, and he's like, dude, what are you even doing for lifting these days? And I thought to myself, yeah, I should probably make a video. So anyway, you guys can thank him for this video. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Alright, 7.5k in. Just got to the nature preserve, which I discovered near my house because my stomach problems have been a lot better as of late. Been able to go exploring. But anyway, this thing has, let me show you, nice paved path. Also has some dirt paths branching off, but I haven't checked those out yet. Figure with the snow and stuff, probably muddy. So yeah, this is awesome. Gets me off the main roads, away from all that car exhaust. I was asking, is this getting me in shape or is this giving me cancer? Out of the nature preserve, but coming up to the mother hill. Don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Mother. Legs burning. Woo! Although, we're almost at the turnaround. 9.25k, turning at 9.8. By the way, GPS watch, greatest thing ever. I got like the most basic model, Garmin Forerunner 25. It was like $90 or $100. Woo! Can't talk. Anyway, they obviously have fancier models, etc. So you can spend whatever you want to spend. Alright. Can't wait to go back down that hill. That's gonna be way more fun than going up. Made it back down the hill. It was really windy at the top. I was gonna talk to you guys up there, but I was like, whoa, this wind is just gonna be like killing the mic. So anyway, 11.1k, 58 minutes. Better than last week because, well, not better, but more controlled. Last week I was hauling. I dropped like 10k and 50 flat. This week it was like 52.30. That's a little more reasonable for the long run. Anyway, we're gonna finish this up. Gonna give you the total stats on the screen after the weightlifting video. And yeah, good to see you guys again. Woo! Made it, mothers. Slightly miscalculated where I was supposed to turn, so I gotta walk a little bit. Maybe like 100 meters. Woo! That was awesome. By the way, last week, running like way faster, different course, didn't have that hill, so yeah, I'd rather like train on that hill, get stronger. Yeah, anyway, I need food. And here's the data for the run. It was 15.5k in 80 minutes and 44 seconds, so that works out to 5:13 per kilometer. And for reference, 5 flat per kilometer is like 8-minute mile. And it's an easy effort. It's just, you know, the length of the run that makes it somewhat difficult. So before we get to the main lifting clips, I want to show you guys a little bit of my warm-up routine, which I do every day. I do my chin-ups and some shoulder lateral work along with lunges, kind of in a big circuit style. The only difference between this year and last year is that I'm doing a lot less lunges, so I only do like 1 trip down and back in my house as opposed to like 2 or 3, which I was doing last year. And that's basically because I just wanted to make a cut to my lower body volume because I kind of need my legs to shrink a little bit. But anyway, another thing I wanted to do here was get my shoulders to look a little bigger, and to do that, I'm doing lots of side laterals, either sets of 14 with heavier weight on Saturdays here, or higher reps, like say 19 with lighter weight on the other 2 days. And then I immediately grab a stretchy band and do extra stuff here, so it's kind of like a drop set. And one final note on the chin-ups. I don't actually have a goal like I had last year, but I'm still kind of on pace for 12,000-ish because I haven't made any changes to my routine since last year. So yeah, getting to the regular lifting stuff, you're going to see that I've changed my lower body stuff to focus more on stuff that I think will help running. So there's a little more emphasis on single leg work. So here we have single leg squats, and the balance on these is rough. So it takes a little bit of effort just to stay balanced, when you're like getting your rear foot set up. And I started these at like 95 and I've worked my way up. I'm now at like 110, and we're going to see how this goes as the weeks go on. Oh yeah, now I'm ready to bench. Anyway, I can still handle 230 on the bench, but only for singles. My strength has definitely taken quite a hit due to the diet. And then on the volume work, you're going to see I'm averaging 190 for my volume sets. And so what I do here is I do 2 sets of 3 each with 205, 195, 185, and 175 to get an average of 190. And one more exercise I want to show you, even though this is really bad camera work. I'm doing overhead French presses with my EZ bar, and I'm really doing a lot of like stereotypical bodybuilder work, like lighter weights, higher reps, instead of the heavier weights, just because I need to avoid getting injured while I'm still doing a diet. And moving on to Sunday, I start off with these pistols. I was doing just body weight up until like last week, and then I added the 25-pound plate because they were getting pretty easy, which is good. And I use these as a warm-up before hitting my squats, and all I'm doing on squats is working up to one heavy single because, again, I want to keep my volume low but the intensity somewhat high to maintain some strength, and hopefully, again, that strength will translate into faster running. And as you saw there, that was kind of difficult. And that was the first time I've done 275 since I've been squatting again. But pulling's going pretty good. This is 325 for 2 sets of 3. Again, volume low, intensity high. The goal is running, not killing the legs with the lifting. And similar concept here on close grip bench as on Saturday bench volume. Doing 10 sets of 2 here. Average weight is 190. Again, trying to cope with the strength hit, but still get some decent volume in. And the Sunday run was 7K. I usually keep this about half the distance of the Saturday run. Time was 35:53, so 5:08 per K. I'd call it easy to medium, slightly medium, just because your legs are just so tired after the long run. But movement is medicine, and it really seems to help get that recovery going. And similarly, Monday's weight workout is just like Sunday's run. It's kind of a recovery day, not too heavy. It's just kind of get things moving, do some work, get some volume, but nothing super crazy. But yeah, at 185, used to be able to handle this for 2 reps, no problem. Now, yeah, I got to do 2 singles because, again, the strength has been going down. But that does indicate that the diet is going well. And, oh, by the way, coming up soon, there's going to be some physique update shots. So if you don't want to see that, now's the time to bail. So yeah, I think I've been dieting for like 20 weeks now and basically been averaging about 0.8 pounds a week, which is basically perfect. And on Monday's run, I was definitely feeling the recovery effects of Sunday's run, so that is good. Did 10K in 50:41. It was pretty easy. And that's good because tomorrow is the hardest day of the week, and you guys are going to see a little bit of that. And since Tuesday is basically a repeat of Saturday's workout, the only clip I'm going to show you here of lifting is shirtless push-ups, basically on a tripod type setup so I can get a much deeper stretch in the pecs. And I'm doing 15, 14 this week. I'm trying to work that up by like a rep a week, and there's only 1 minute in between sets, so the burn is mother. And obviously, as you might expect, diet time is always a good time to do lots of flexing in the mirror. Oh yeah! Definitely not your stereotypical distance runner physique. But hey, let's get to the gym. This is the view I have from my treadmill. Pretty nice place. You gotta like free, of course, right? And we're about to get going here. I'm about 20 minutes into my workout, and we're about to start interval number 3 in just a moment here. We're gonna crank it up. And what we're doing on Tuesday is the VO2 max workout. Now what we're trying to do here is take our pace up to the maximum we can handle aerobically and do that for multiple intervals of about 4 minutes-ish or so. So what I do here is I have the interval pace set at 9 miles per hour right now, which equates to 640 pace per mile. Although in double time here, I'm actually running like 320. Yo, 3 minute, yeah! And basically what I did was the last time I did a time trial 5K, I noted what my per kilometer pace was for the entire thing. And so the next workout after that was a VO2 max workout, I just set the pace slightly faster than race pace, and then you do intervals. And what I do is I start a new interval every 7 minutes. So if on this day, my intervals themselves took 4:09, and then the rest period was 2:51. Obviously, I like when I get distracted from the effort I'm putting in. But anyway, what I try to do in order to make sure that I'm staying aerobic is note my breathing pattern. And what I like to notice is whether I can breathe through my nose somewhat significantly. So obviously, as you start cranking up towards maximum, the amount you can breathe through your nose is less and less. So on this day, I was able to do these, basically all these intervals, even like the last one after, you've built up a good amount of fatigue, with just minimal mouth breathing. You can kind of see it, even though I had to speed up the film to make it not be like an hour long. So yeah, it was great. And the other thing that made this workout great is I went through 10K in 44:59. I don't know if you guys remember, last year I set a goal of running 45 minutes for 10K. Last year that turned out to be too much to handle. I couldn't, do that. But now, in the context of an interval session, I was able to go through that, and it makes me wonder if I run a better paced 10K, what am I capable of? Probably maybe 44, something like that. And that is excellent. And two options you have here to play with this workout is to either increase the speed of the interval itself, which is what I've been doing over the past few weeks, or you can reduce the rest periods in between intervals if you so choose. But anyway, we're coming down to the end of this interval, and the thing I want you to notice is, now that we slow the film back down, is that I'm not breathing excessively hard. Here we go. Toning it back down to the recovery pace, which is like 8:30 per mile. And yeah, pretty good. I was liking it. And here's the workout data in text form. 7 by 1 kilometer in 4:09 with the 2 minute and 51 second rest period. That was at like, again, 8:27 mile pace, something like that. Total was 12K for the whole workout, and the time for that was just under 55 minutes. And the average pace, 4:35 per K. And the 10K starting from the first interval, 44:59. Awesome. And the Wednesday weight workout is basically a repeat of the Sunday workout. But of course, it's the hump day! Oh, yeah. But anyway, on this Wednesday, we had some snow coming down. Look at that. It's like blizzard. Better do some plyo instead of running.
I know your legs are burning. Mine are too. Get your mind right. Okay, we're just feet. Wiggle in the hips. Wiggle in the hips. Come on. Let's try Dominic. Up, 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 up. This might hurt your foot a little. Let's see the kids now. Look.
And Thursday's workout, just like Monday, a recovery day, light weights, some high rep, just get some movement going. But I did want to show you guys this. This is how I am ending each weight workout, and it is with a handstand hold. And the video has now gone double time because this is like 50 seconds this week. But I can tell you guys, when I first started, I was doing maybe 30 seconds, and my arms were shaking so bad I thought I was going to fall on my face and break my nose and whatnot. But hey, like anything, if you do some practice, you get better at it. We talk about practice. And my progression scheme on this has simply been to add 1 second each week to the holds. So this week, 49 seconds. Next week, 50 seconds. But now we're back in the gym for another treadmill workout. This workout, I'm about 15 minutes in, about to start interval number 3. And what we're doing this day is 400-meter repeats. And the idea here is to work on our running economy. So what I do is I take my 400-meter pace from my Tuesday VO2 max workout. So this week that was 99.2 seconds per 400 meters. And what I do is I run about 3 or 4 seconds faster. So I went with 96.2. So basically 9 miles an hour was the Tuesday workout for the interval pace, and 9.3 miles an hour is the workout pace for Thursday. The idea here is to give the body a pace that's just a little bit faster than it's ready for, and as you get exposure to that more difficult stimulus, your body will make adaptations to make you more economical at that pace. And in other words, don't start running 66-second quarters unless you're basically running 4:30 miles. You know what I'm saying? And also, just like the Tuesday workout, this should not be a gut-busting, barf all over the track type of workout. As you can see near the end here, still pretty easy, not like mouth totally wide open, you know, sucking wind, and giving myself a good 3 minutes in between intervals to recover fully and not accumulate too much lactic acid. And here's the data for Thursday's run. 9 by 400 meters in about 96 seconds with 3:24 rest. I realized near the end of the workout, though, that I had time to do one more, so I cranked that one up and ran that one at 10 miles an hour, which is 6-minute mile pace. Total distance for the workout was 11.75K in a time of 56:04, which averaged 4:46 per kilometer, and I would call that my medium effort day. And Friday's run, also at the gym on the treadmill, did 11.75K in a time of 58:04 for an average of 4:57 per K. Nice and easy recovery run. And total volume for this week, 135,000 pounds, and that's pretty typical so far this year. I've ranged between 125 and now 135, and that kind of makes sense considering I'm trying to just maintain upper body, and there's that big cut to the lower body work. And the total running volume for the week, 68K of that, 32.5 was outside and 35.5 was at the gym. Total time of 5 hours, 36 minutes and 25 seconds, and overall average pace of 4:57 per K. And I actually have a volume goal in mind for running here, but I have to take it slow, so my intention is to raise the total distance by 1K per week until I get up to 84 or 85, because that is actually 2 of your road marathons in a week, and I think that would be fantastic for building a huge aerobic base. And some diet data for you. I'm actually proud to announce that this week I actually came in at 2599 calories per day, which is right on target for my 2600 per day. And I say that because the last 3 weeks, I think I was like 50 per day over, and then like 170. Ooh, man, I was really struggling with hunger because the diet's starting to get tough, but I made some changes to my food choices to make that a little bit easier to deal with. And basically, I have lost 16.6 pounds in 21 weeks and currently at 133.1. Hoping for another 10, but we'll see, because like I said, things are getting tough. And take note of how high my carbohydrate intake is, because apparently carbs make you fat. I can't believe I actually thought that at one point. Anyway, people, it's good to see you again, and I don't know when I'll be back with another video, maybe like in a couple months or something. But until then, you guys take care, and I'll see you then. Bye.